I am so pleased to hear that Humza Yousaf has finally made contact with his in-laws trapped in Gaza, just below the Wadi Gaza, I believe, just above Khan Yunis. But they are trapped and they don't have any drinking water. Whether they have access to any water at all, I don't know. And what and what their hopes are, I don't know. They are told that they should make their way down to Rafah, but there is no crossing for people at Rafah. This illusion of help provided by the British Foreign Office is it is exactly that. It's an illusion. And we call for proportionality, but of course that is an absurdity as well. Proportionality in war cannot really exist. If we were being proportional, then what are you suggesting? That that the Israeli army respond to Hamas by looking for a town to slaughter innocent civilians while they're sleeping, old age pensioners while they're sleeping, to find a festival in Hamas? That would be difficult to find. This sort of idea of proportionality, to impose rules on the behaviour of people engaged in war. There is only one purpose in war, and that is to win. So the question should not be about whether or not Israel is being proportional. I think it's a desire, it's a wish that that a military response is proportionate, but that Israel has identified its goals, and its stated goals initially were to retrieve the hostages. Its stated goals now are to eradicate Hamas. That's a different issue. Now, from the attack on Israel, both possibilities were there. Netanyahu was caught off guard. Netanyahu was caught in a position where clearly he is responsible for not having upheld the security in the southern part of Israel, and it took 6 hours or so for the IDF to actually make contact with the people who were under attack by the Hamas terrorists. That shows a severe lapse in security, and the finger of blame must surely be pointing at Netanyahu. So far, he's the one person in authority who has not apologised for failure. And it's very difficult not to see his entire siege mentality, his entire aggressive, offensive, feet on the ground Gaza attack as not being some form of response to a potential legal challenge about his responsibility. And the idea that this is the Independence War Part 2 is, I'm afraid, it's very difficult for me to think of this being anything other than a way to define Netanyahu as a hero prime minister rather than as a prime minister who failed to protect his people.